What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your man Wise. We got to talk about it. We got to get into it. I got a couple clips. This young lady right here says that she needs some clarification. She's not a Trump supporter. She is anti-MAGA, but I think she's starting to teeter because she's starting to see what we've always seen. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get into it. Turn those notifications on. Click that all button so you never miss an upload. Let's go.
Look, when Zelenskyy sat in the Oval Office and made this statement, you have beautiful beaches, but you're not going to feel that way for long. And Trump went the fuck off. I kind of understood why he did that. What does that mean? Is that a threat? Or was that a warning? Because I didn't like it when he said it. You like our beaches, that we have beautiful beaches, but we won't feel like that for long. I'm not cool with that. Not in a heartbeat. I don't care if it was a threat or a warning. How do you come to somebody's house and say that? How do you come and say that you've been in a war by yourself? Now when you've been getting aid since Obama, now when we've been sending billions of dollars over there to help, but you feel like you've been in this by yourself, that nobody's been helping, that is totally wrong. And if you were feeling disrespected by Trump, just like if I or anybody else felt that they were being disrespected in somebody's house, what do? We get the fuck up and we walk out. We leave. But for you to sit there and say that our beaches are nice, but we're not going to feel like that for long, I need some clarification on that. I need some clarification on that one.
Oh yeah, you and about 300 million other people feel the same exact way. Well, maybe not 300 million because you got some Democrats and you got legacy media for some shape, way, form, or fashion or reason. They're defending this foolishness. But I want to share with you guys the clip and then we're going to keep this thing going.
Everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
what
I'm not
You're
dictating.
in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position.
Absolutely. This dude came into our house, into our country, into the White House, sitting in the Oval Office with the president, with the vice president, didn't come in there with a suit on, extremely smug and disrespectful. We done given these people over $300 billion of taxpayer money. You go in there and act like nobody's done anything for you. We find out that you all are selling off weapons for pennies on the dollar. Y'all are siphoning money, but you want more. And then you come in and be disrespectful and you make a threat. And that's why President Trump got a little animated because he's like, wait, you come in here threatening us? And the thing is that I don't understand why no one from the Democratic Party has come out and said, nah, that's not cool. You did have Lindsey Graham get out there, who is the ultimate Ukraine supporter, but he got out there and said, you can't come here and threaten us. You can't do that. You can't come over here and threaten us after all that we've done for you. You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Americans are pretty happy with what happened. Let's not make sure we don't have the revisionist history. Donald Trump was responding to a reporter's question asking about whether or not, Putin. Donald Trump responded to that. He said, next question, one more question. J.D. Vance then piggybacked off of what Donald Trump was saying, and he was talking about the importance of diplomacy. And what he specifically was saying is that negotiating with one side, which is what the United States and Europe has done this entire time, not inviting Putin to the negotiating table, J.D. Vance was talking about that's how Donald Trump views diplomacy. It was Zelenskyy then who then turned to J.D. Vance and sent J.D., not Vice President Vance, J.D., to ask him a question. There wasn't a reason for him to ask J.D. Vance anything. I thought that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance did exactly what they needed to do in that moment, because he was surely disrespectful, and he responded to it. I thought that they did exactly what they should have done. Bravo.
And this dude, Keith Boykins, for whatever reason, you know what? I know why. He suffers from a crazy case of TDS. So with a foreign president coming into our country, threatening us, demanding more from us, and not being willing to offer anything in return. We're told that we got a deal, and you get there and you decide that, hey, we're not signing the deal. We're not doing it. It's flat out ridiculous. And anybody that's standing up for this, you got to give them the side eye. This is a message that came out from Donald J. Trump, President Donald J. Trump from Truth Social. It says that we should spend less time worrying about Putin and more time worrying about migrant grape gangs, drug lords, unalivers, and people from mental health institutions entering our country so that we don't end up like Europe. And he's absolutely right. He is absolutely right. We don't have to support Ukraine. You want to come over here and be disrespectful? You want to bite the hand that feeds you? We don't have to support you. Now, this is something that I found that I thought was pretty crazy on X. I don't know how true. This is an allegation. This is an alleged, but this is from the Futurist. And it says here, this crazed former Fox News anchor, former for a reason, is on CNN, not spewing facts, but sharing her feelings. Maybe that's why she isn't on Fox anymore. The fact is, Zelenskyy was supposed to sign an agreement upon arrival, and he didn't. And you have to ask yourself, why? He was coached by Suzanne Rice. The CNN anti-Trump spin zone won't work this time. Now, if this is true, if Suzanne Rice coached Zelenskyy up to not accept the deal that he agreed upon that was on the table, that is a problem. I don't know if that's a form of treason, but it is definitely a problem, and she is showing herself as an enemy to the state. If this is true, former Fox News anchor claims that Trump's Oval Office shutdown with Zelenskyy was staged. The cat is out the bag. These are all allegations. These are all things that they're saying that has happened. Zelenskyy went in there with bad faith. He reneged on the deal. And every American should have a problem with this, if this is true. But let's check out what Scott Jennings had to say.
We're their patron. We're their best hope for the killing to stop and for them to emerge from this sovereign and prosperous. And we're also their best hope as a business. We're their patron. We're their best hope for the killing to stop and for them to emerge from this sovereign and prosperous. And we're also their best hope as a business partner. I mean, all Zelenskyy had to do today was put on a tie, show up, smile, say thank you, sign the papers, and have lunch. That's it. And he couldn't do that. This did not have to go down this way.
Okay.
And however you feel about why it started, why it's going on, who's right and who's wrong, we can help them in this and come out okay on the other side, and he's making it hard.
Now, first of all,
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I actually agree with Scott. And everything that he said was basically right.
Wow.
I know, I'm going to get killed on social media for admitting that, but so be it.
The short answer is the Trump administration believes that if Ukraine goes into business with the United States, that in and of itself is a security guarantee. If your interests become our interests, we're going to be interested in making sure our interests are secure. So it would have been wise for him to understand the economic deal, the mineral deal, is a security guarantee in and of itself. And he lost sight of that today in the argument. Either way, Zelenskyy certainly had been briefed on what the right way to handle this was. And all he had to do was walk in there and say, thank you. I'm really grateful to be here. We want to be partners with the United States. We're grateful for your leadership. Where's the papers? And what are we having for lunch? That's all he had to do.
Yeah, and he chose not to. And again, like I said, in the previous clip there, if this is true, that Suzanne Rice coached him up to not accept the deal, that is a problem. These are allegations. We don't know if that is true, but if it is a problem. And I don't know what they're trying to get accomplished here. I don't know if they're trying to get us, into another world war. I don't know if they're trying to, make this current administration look bad because they fumbled for 4 years. I don't know what it is. Maybe they want to keep things going and keep the money train going because, war is big business. Maybe that is the case. Who knows? But what we do know is that Suzanne Rice and these Democrats, they are agents of chaos. All they want is death and destruction. That's their track record. So it doesn't surprise me that her name is in the midst of this. And again, these are allegations. We don't know how true this is, but if it comes out that it is true, and I think somebody should do an investigation, if it comes out that this is true, something needs to happen because we can't have people undermining the deals that Marco Rubio, J.D. Vance, and a President Trump puts together. We can't have people doing that. That is not a good look in this country, man. What the heck is going on? But I want to share with you this last clip here. This brother here, Trump supporter, and he says a lot that needs to be said.
You who are mad at President Trump for yesterday and look how he treated Vladimir Zelensky. You are the people who watched MSNBC, CNN, and didn't vote for President Trump. Now, myself, a black Trump supporter, this is exactly what I voted for. Oh, Lord, and this is what I voted for. To see somebody tell that pot-bellied dictator, Vladimir Zelensky, you ain't getting no more money. You don't run the United States. We're the United States of America. Without us, you don't make it. This is what we have been demanding. So you go on and talk about some MSNBC and CNN viewers. They didn't vote for him. They voted to put him in jail. People like myself, people who watch Fox, people who watch Joe Rogan, Hodge Twins, podcasts, we voted for this. That's why you see us happy and the people who voted against Donald Trump mad. Stay mad. But remember, make sure you have those 5 things you did. Elon's coming. Elon's coming. Elon's
This guy's crazy. But I will say this. 77 million people did support this. And to be honest with you, there's a whole lot more people that support what is going on. We cannot be the doormat for these countries. We also can't be the bank for these countries anymore. We have to get something out of the deal when we're out here spending taxpayer resources to protect other nations. We got to get something back out of the deal. We are no longer the nonprofit organization that just gives tons of charity and get nothing back in return. We just can't operate like that anymore. We just can't. And I'm glad that we have a president in office that is not only showing strength, but acting it out. I'm glad that we have a president in the office that is standing on the things that he campaigned on for the previous 4 or 5 years. And I'm glad that we have a vice president who is articulate, who is smart, who is showing himself as a capable leader and willing to support and back up the current president, Donald J. Trump. Democrats, y'all can whine, boohoo, cry, all you want. It doesn't matter because the American people voted for this. And it is about daggone time that we show ourselves strong once again on the world stage. But I want to hear from you guys. Like, share, subscribe. Turn the notifications on so you never miss an upload. Click that all button. Make sure you turn on all the notifications. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. If you'd like to go the extra mile, consider joining the ARP family, or you can buy your man a coffee. Link is in the description box below. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
Vibes so raw, can't hide the truth. Words so sharp,